Welcome to the official start of my declutter series for 2024. Now, I love doing a declutter series right at the end of the year. It really cuts down some numbers. I get to go through everything. Some things I may have forgotten existed. It racks my brains a bit, and I'm just so excited to start. Today, I'm going to be doing base products. So that is foundation, concealer, powder, and also a few little miscellaneous things that are in my top drawer. I'm so excited to start this series. I do have quite a few other videos coming soon declutter wise, so stay tuned for that. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing cheeks tomorrow, eyeshadow palettes the day after that, eyeshadow part 2 the day after that, and then I also have a lip declutter coming very soon as well. Little disclaimer, I am not going to be gifting these things to my viewers. Please don't ask for these things. I do not like sending used makeup to my viewers. It's going to go to friends and family, or it's going to be donated if it can be. So I'm going to show you an overview of my drawer right now. This is my base drawer. You can see it's pretty jam-packed, so we'll see and we'll compare what it looks like at the end of this video. I hope you got a snack. I hope you're excited because I'm very, very excited. Let's get on to the video. Okay, so here we are. We're starting, we're doing it. So today's base products, and I actually don't own any primers. I stopped using primers quite a while ago. I just use a nice moisturizer in the morning and that sets me up for the day. So we're just going to skip primers because there's nothing to talk about, but we're going to start with foundations. So these are all of my foundations. We're going to go through all of them today. We're going to maybe declutter a few, maybe keep a few, I don't know. So we're starting with 10 foundations. Let's see how many we manage to declutter. So I'm going to pop these up top and then maybe talk about the one, I don't know, here? I don't know. Okay. Let's do this. So let's just go from this end inwards. This is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Foundation. I actually really like this one. I have quite dry skin, which is going to be a theme in this video. You're probably going to hear that quite a few times. But I do have dry skin, and the hydrating aspect of this foundation is really appreciated. I really enjoy it. It makes me look not like really dewy, but just like enough when my skin looks kind of natural, if that makes sense. I'm in the shade F2 in all Revolution foundations. This does have a nice pump, which I'm really happy about as well. For traveling, it's a really good foundation. It's really good coverage. I do have quite bad acne, so it's not low coverage, but it's not the highest coverage I've ever used in my life, but I still really like it, and I'm gonna keep this one. Next is another Revolution foundation. This is the IRL filter. This is one I'm not as keen on. It just seems quite thick, and it almost makes my skin look a bit fuzzy, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna declutter it yet, just because it is quite new. I only got this like a month ago maybe, and so I do want to give this more goes. I want to use it a little bit more. This again is in the shade F2, but I feel like it's a lot lighter than this one. I don't know, I feel like the F2s are different between the two foundations, which is really strange, but I don't know. It's not one that I absolutely love. It just looks very thick, and I don't really like that. But for now, I'm gonna keep it. I may declutter this next year. That's a possibility. I'm not too sure, but for now it is staying. Next, Be Perfect. This is one of my favorites. I'm not getting rid of this. The only bad thing about this is the pump. It just doesn't work. Like, yeah, I've got to keep pumping it and pumping it and pumping it. I tried to get in touch with BEAUTYBAY. It was a whole ordeal, so I'm just gonna have to like live with this pump, which is really annoying, but it's fine. I can get product out, no problem. It just takes a little bit longer. This is super full coverage and I love it. I really like it. It's full coverage, but it's not one of those foundations that's like way too cake face. I mean, it is cake face, but it still looks nice. It doesn't look like you're wearing loads of foundation. It's really, really good. I've really, really enjoyed this year. For my really bad skin days, this is an absolute favorite, and I am in the shade W2 in this. I'm really, really excited. I do actually have a concealer in the post right now from Be Perfect, so I'm hoping that is just as good. But yeah, I love this one. This is not going anywhere. Okay, here we go. This is possibly the first declutter. This is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. Oh, I'm throwing it. I'm in the shade Fair Warm. This is not good. I don't understand the hype with this at all. I really genuinely don't get it. I've tried this a few times. The first time I tried it, it peeled off my face, like literally just started peeling off, and I don't know what happened. The hype for this was so real, and I'm sat here wondering, what am I doing wrong? Like, what happened? The second time I tried it with a sponge, and it was fine. It was okay. And then the third time I tried it quite recently, there's just no coverage on it at all. And as I said before, I do have quite acne prone skin, so I need a little bit of coverage. This is not something that I want to continue using. It is not something that I'm like, oh my God, I love it so much. I really don't like this, and I'm really annoyed that I spent my money on it. I really am. I feel so on my own with that foundation because everyone just seems to adore it. And I'm just sat here on my own like, I don't like it. Next, let's talk about this. This is the Uoma by Sharon C. Flawless IRL Skin Foundation. I really like this. I got the shade, what shade did I get? Fair Lady T2. This is a little bit too dark for me, but that's okay because I've found that when I have a tan, this works really, really well. I was wearing this so much in summer, and it was such a nice foundation. I really enjoy it. It does smell a little bit strange, but that's not because it's off. It just smelled like that from the start, but it smell a little bit funky. But I still really, really like it. It is really nice coverage. It's not full coverage, but it's still a coverage I really enjoy, really, really like, and I am not gonna be getting rid of that one. I do like that. Next, this is one of my favorites. Oh my goodness me. This is my Revolution Matte Base, again in the shade F2. I adore this. I've been talking about this so highly, and this is discontinued. This is discontinued. I'm so upset about it. Honestly, I don't want this to be discontinued. I want everyone to use it. I first got this, I found it in Superdrug, and it was on sale for £2, and I was like, I gotta buy it because it's gonna be so bad. Like, it's gonna be comically bad if it's on sale for £2. I tried it. I love it. I just love it. It's so full coverage. It looks natural. It blurs your pores. It is just the best thing ever, and I love it so much, and I'm so sad that it is discontinued, but I gotta keep it. I'm sorry, I've got to keep it. Okay, next is a newer foundation. This is from Uodo, and this can be found on Sea Beauty Mall. Now, I had a really weird experience with this as well. The first time I tried it with the concealer that I got from Sea Beauty Mall, and it just separated, and I didn't understand it. So then I tried it with a different concealer, and it looked beautiful. It is slightly light for me, which is interesting because I have the shade W02, and normally foundations are really, really dark for me. Normally I get like the either lightest or second lightest shade, and that works fine, but I think because this is Sea Beauty, it's all about very pale skin. I kind of forgot that aspect. So it does look a little bit pale on me, but it's okay if I just bronze up a bit. But I really like it. I don't know what happened the original time. I don't know, but I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep using this. It's not a foundation that I've used a whole bunch, but I'd like to keep trying it. So I'm going to keep that one as well. Next is Anastasia. Oh, I have had beef with this foundation. The product is nice. However, everything else, like the lid's broken. It's now in 2 halves. And it leaks. It's so annoying, but I'm gonna keep this to finish it. I'm gonna keep this to project pan it. In early 2025, this is gonna go. I will not be repurchasing this because the product itself is really nice. Like, genuinely, I really like the product. It's just the packaging, so I'm gonna keep it reluctantly. I'm gonna try and project pan it. You can see the lines down here. I'm trying getting some good progress on it, and I don't think it'll take too long to project pan. Normally foundations do kind of fly by for me, so I'm really going to make this a focus. I'm probably going to roll it into my main project pan just to make sure I do get as much usage on this as possible. I can't travel with it, which is annoying because it will just leak everywhere, so yeah, it's a nightmare. I'm in the shade 120W, if anyone's interested. That is the shade that I use. Really nice formula, but the packaging is just awful, so I'm going to keep it to use it up. Next, this is my Makillo foundation, and this was one of the first things that I was sent in PR. I got sent 3 shades. I got sent the lighter shade, which I completely finished up. This is the second lighter shade in the shade 102, and then I also got sent the 3rd shade as well, which I gave away. This is too dark for me. I really like it, but I'm gonna declutter it because I've tried to project pan this year. As you can see, we've got really far down. However, I'm going to try my best not to hate pan. I was hate panning all year this year pretty much, and I just can't do it. I don't have time for it in 2025. So as amazing as this is, and as close as we are to finishing this, I'm going to say goodbye to this. It's not my shade. It's fine, I can let go of it. And finally, this is my Urban Decay Hydromaniac, and I think I'm really close to finishing this, to be honest. You can see we're down at this silver line. There's barely anything left of this. I don't really use this on its own. I use this as a mixer foundation because it is very light coverage, and it's also quite light tone-wise as well. This is the shade 10 Ultra Fair. I probably should have got the shade darker. However, as a mixer, I think it's really nice. If I have a foundation that's a bit too matte or a bit too dark, I'll mix this in with it and it's fine. So I'm going to use this up. I don't have much more left in here, so I'm going to keep this one as well. So this round I kept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 foundations, and I'm getting rid of 2. Which, you know what, it's not the most amazing, incredible declutter in the world, but I think it's just enough. I think it's just right. I'm happy with that. I do have these 2 kind of miscellaneous foundation products. So I have this little sample of the Odens. Now, when I said that the bottle that I have is a little bit too light, this is a sample of the shade darker. So I am going to keep that just because I'm interested in seeing if the shade darker is my shade. And then I have my RCMA little foundation palette. I think I'm going to keep this as well, just for like mixing shades, or if something's slightly wrong, or maybe if I'm ever in the mood for a cream bronzer. I mean, I'm going to be going on that rant in my cream declutter video, so stay tuned for that. But just in case, I'm going to keep it. It's a nice variation of shades, so I'll keep that as well. Okay, these are my concealers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 concealers in my collection. I do have another one in the mail coming quite soon, so I'm gonna have another one, but these are the concealers that are currently in my collection. Now, I fly through concealer. I don't know what it is. I've finished so many this year, but let's talk about these. So again, I'm just gonna go through the order that they are. This is the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. Again, I've got quite dry skin, so hydrating products are always best for me. I really like this. I feel like I was the last person to try this in the world. I only tried this quite recently, but I really like it. It's good coverage and it's hydrating, so I really like that. I'm in the shade, what shade am I? Oh my goodness. I'm in the shade Fair Warm. So if you're wondering, that is my shade. I really like this. It's really nice, cheap option as well. I'm going to keep that. Next, of course, I'm keeping this. This is my Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I've been through so many of these. This is a really, really pale shade. And again, it's really nice if I want to make a foundation a little bit paler, or if something's pulling a little bit too dark, I do pull this out as well. And I also just use it under my eyes if I want a super bright under eye. This is so stunning. I'm in the shade Porcelain 2. I'm going to repurchase this till the day I die. I love it so much. It's so good. So I'm going to keep that. This is my newest concealer. This is my Girls Crush concealer. This is from C Beauty Mall. And this is the one that took up the foundation when I used it with this Uodu foundation. However, again, like the foundation, I have since used this with a different foundation and it looks fine. So I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened in that Get Ready With Me. But it looks really nice with other foundations, so maybe those two just don't like each other. I don't know what it was, but I'm going to keep this because it worked really well when it was just on its own with a different foundation. I'm baffled. I don't know what it is. It's not my highest coverage concealer, but it's still really nice, so I'm going to keep it, and it is in the shade 01. Next, this is my NYX Pro Fix Stick Concealer. I really like this for spot concealing. As I said, I've got quite acne prone skin. Under the eyes, it can be a little bit drying, so I'm not really going to use it under the eyes anymore, but under foundation as a spot concealer, this is so good. It is so full coverage, and it is quite like dense and thick, so just be careful if you have quite sensitive skin or things like that. Don't use too much. It can look quite cakey. I am in the shade 02 Fair. Really, really like this. If you have very oily skin, maybe you'll really love this as well. Definitely give it a go. It's not too expensive, and I think it's really, really good. Okay, here we go. This is going to be the first and only declutter for concealers. This is my Sleek Color Corrector, and I know I've said this a million times already in this video. I have acne prone skin, so I bought this like years ago in the thought that I'm gonna cover up all my acne and that my foundation routine is gonna be so much easier, and I just never use it. I've used it a few times and I can't make it work. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, if I'm doing something wrong, or I just don't know. But I never reach for it. I end up just using normal concealer anyway, and it's just a waste of time, a waste of space, so I'm gonna get rid of this. And finally, for concealer, this is my Nabla Close-Up Concealer. I got this in TK Maxx for like £3, which was a massive steal. This is in the shade Porcelain. It is very, very warm toned. However, I do have like a neutral to warm undertone, so depending on the foundation that I wear, it can work. But I do have to keep in mind it is quite yellow. But I really like the coverage of it. It's really, really nice. So I'm going to keep this as well. So that means I'm keeping 5 concealers and decluttering 1 concealer / color corrector. Okay, so here are all my powders. And you know what? I don't know if I'm going to be decluttering any of these either. Maybe one, and it might hurt me quite a lot. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna procrastinate that one as long as I can. So the first one, we all know this. If you have seen my channel for any amount of time, you will know I'm trying my very, very hardest to finish this powder. We are nearly there. We are so very nearly there. I cannot wait to finish this. This is going to be such an amazing day. I'm going to celebrate so much, but I've got maybe like a month of this left, and then this is going. So for now, I'm keeping it, but it will be gone very, very soon. That is in the, oh my God, look at the back of it. You can tell I've had this for years. That is in the shade Shortbread. It is the Too Faced Born This Way powder. And I've always said, I think Too Faced have this like magic that all of their products take an eternity to finish, and this is no different. I've been working on this for way too long. So the other pressed powder that I have is from Art Value, and this is again from C Beauty Mall. This is one, I can't even open it. There we go. This is one of my newest powders, and I really like this. I've only used it a few times. The vibe isn't necessarily me. This isn't the kind of vibe that I encompass, like this cutesy pink purple vibe, but The powder itself is really, really nice. And so yeah, I'm going to keep that. That is in the shade 3 Transparent. My Huda Easy Bake is not going anywhere. I love this so much. And again, this was one of those products that was loved by the internet, and then I just didn't use it for so long. And then one day I tried it like 20 years later and I was like, oh my god, it's really nice. People were right about this. Who knew? But I love it so much. I've got the shade Sugar Cookie. It is the white translucent shade. I think it's great. I really, really love it, and I'm gonna keep it. Next is Coty Airspun. This is a blast from the past, and I love it so much. I've finished, I think, 2 of these already, and you know what? I'm gonna keep it. Is it the best powder in the world? No, not anymore. Times have changed. This has been dethroned. However, I still really enjoy using it. I still like putting it on my face. I still like setting my makeup with it, so I'm gonna keep this one as well. Let's talk about the She Glam one. So this is actually a duo. However, I've completely used up this loose side, so maybe I'll just keep this bit. I don't know, what should I do? Because the top bit is a pressed powder, and you can see I do have a pan in there. I really want to finish this very, very soon. This is on the list after the Too Faced one, so yeah, not long until I really start going in on this. This is going to be done in 2025 and I cannot wait, but this loose side has been finished for quite a while. But I really do like the quality. I don't really support She Glam anymore. There is like bits of powder going everywhere. I don't support She Glam anymore, so I am excited to use this up and get this out of my collection, but I'd rather project pan it than declutter it, especially when I've got a massive pan in it. Next is the Trigwell powder. I really like this one as well. This was a recommendation from Make Me Up Missa. It sets my under eyes really nicely. I really like it. It's very, very thin, and I really want to try one of the powder puffs, the Trigwell powder puffs, because this is so nice, and I know you're meant to use it with the powder puff, but I just use it on like either a sponge or a little puff that I have from whatever free gift, you know. But I really, really like this. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get rid of my By Terry. This one is in a project pan right now. I was trying to finish it, as you can see. However, like I said in the start of this video, hate panning, I can't do it anymore. I can't do hate panning anymore. This is not a powder that I love. This is a powder that if I wasn't project panning and actively rotating through my makeup collection, this would not be used ever. I got this in TK Maxx ages ago. I've got good use on it. I'm over halfway done, but this is really, really finicky. If you put slightly too much on, you look like a ghost. It really makes me like white. It doesn't blend away very well. I just don't like it. So that's it. I'm going to get rid of it. I didn't think I'd do that. I feel really bad, but it's going to go. I don't have time for hate panning anymore. I can't do it. That is something that is leaving in 2025. I can't do hate panning. I'm sorry, but I feel good about that. So I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish, 6 powders, and getting rid of 1. Okay, that feels good. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so technically that is the end of the base products. However, I do have a few other bits and bobs in the drawer that I think I'm just going to throw into the end of this video. So these are like eye bases and like glues and things like that. So my Urban Decay, I love it so much. This is my go-to eye primer, so I'm going to keep that. Finally, these are going. Oh my gosh, yeah, you may know these if you watch lots of my videos. These are my P. Louise bases. I really don't like these. Like, these are so gunky and just, I genuinely thought that I had oily eyelids for the longest time. It's just these. I don't have oily eyelids, shocker. These are just awful. They are really pigmented, which is nice, but they are so oily, and I have creasy eyelids anyway, so it just creases. It's this like gunky mess. If I'm gonna cut my crease, I'm just gonna use a concealer and then put an eyeshadow down, which is one of these colors. I just don't like them. They do not work for me. So finally, after years of trying to make these work, they're gonna go. They're gone. they're gone. I feel happy about that. Next is some glues. So, this is my BFF brow glue, and it looks gunky. It is like so disgusting, but I don't actually use this as a brow glue. I use this on mascara. So I put my mascara on, and if it's a mascara formula that transfers, I put this just over the mascara on the lower lashes or on the upper lashes, depending on what problem you get. Mine are normally my lower lashes. My lower lashes transfer so much. And if you put some brow glue, just not even that much, just like dust it over the top of your mascara, it stops it spreading. So yes, this looks disgusting, but it serves a purpose, so I'm going to keep that. And then my NYX brow glue, I actually use this as glitter glue. I know, I had it in my collection and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it. And it works. It works really, really well as glitter glue, so I'm going to keep that as well. So for glues and things like that, I kept 3 and I decluttered 3. So that is half and half. I'm really happy about that. I have some mascaras here, so let me have a look. This is a waterproof one, but I really hate it. Like, I hate this with a passion. It does nothing. So I'm gonna get rid of it. This is the Rimmel Thrill Seeker Wonder Volume Waterproof. It's not wonderful. It's not volumizing. It's nothing of the sort. It is garbage. So bad. I'm getting rid of that. And then I'm going to keep these 2. This is the Essence I Heart Extreme Blue Mascara. This scares me, but it is really, really fun. And then the MUA Volume Mascara. This is so good, and it's like £2.50. Incredible, amazing. I love it so much. So I'm going to keep those 2. And I think that is it. I think that is all I want to declutter for this episode. This actually was longer than I thought it would be, but if you are excited for this declutter series, definitely like and subscribe. Tomorrow I have my cheek products. I also have an eyeshadow declutter coming soon that may be split into 2 halves, and I do have a lip declutter as well coming very soon. So stay tuned for all of that. But this is it. This is where I'm going to love you and leave you today, guys. I hope you have an incredible day, and I will see you tomorrow for my cheek declutter. Bye bye.